Hi, this is Brad of Silver Lining Daydreams. Today in this video I want to share with you answers to some of the shiplap questions that we've received. So if you're new to our channel, Silver Lining Daydreams, we short-term rent our RV on RV Share, we short-term rent our home on Airbnb, and we also do home improvement, DIYs, decluttering, and more. So about a year ago we had a shiplap video we put out. We put two videos out, but the one that was various material options for your faux shiplap project. So in that video we've had lots of questions, and I want to answer those questions today. And so stick around. And so you might ask, well, why should I stick around? Well, let me tell you, we've shiplapped 3 bathrooms, a kitchen alcove, and we've also shiplapped our backsplash area. We've used 1/4-inch plywood, 1/2-inch plywood, we've used MDF board. So I think we know what we're talking about. And we've lived with it a while now, so I think we've learned a lot. And by the way, your questions have challenged us, and thank you so much, because that helps us to learn more as well. So let's get right into this. One of the common questions that we get is, well, faux shiplap, really, as a backsplash, how do you keep it clean? How do you clean, between those planks? Well, we used 3/4-inch plywood, so it's darker looking between those planks. So unless the lighting is right and the angle is right, you're really not going to see much between there. Now I know there are people, I've seen videos where they'll use the 1/4-inch plywood and they'll take like a paintable latex caulk and they'll put a little bit in between the planks and then they'll paint that. Well, to me that's a lot of work, and I'm not so sure how that's going to look when the job is done. The caulk can leave some residue, I don't know if it's going to look as clean, but I do know this, it worked out the way we did it. We're real happy with it. It's been almost a year. I used a Sherwin-Williams, like a low luster paint, and it still cleans up well. Because we painted our cabinets white and we wanted the cabinets to kind of pop and stand out more, on the cabinets we used the enamel trim paint, the urethane. It's the emerald can, and that's a semi-gloss. You could use this on your plywood and it would probably clean up even better. But again, for us, this is working just fine. So I'm going to zoom in and show you what it looks like after almost a year out. Another question I get is, what if my wall is more than 8 feet long? The plywood planks are 8 feet long. Well, you can stagger them, and just be sure when you stagger them that the ends butt up on a joist. And you can just do it random. And keep in mind, you might get some separation where they butt up over time. You can use some construction adhesive, or you can even use a construction screw and sink it in real good where they butt up. And then you can use some spackle to fill it in, sand it, and before you start to paint. So here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a seam where these two pieces butt together, and I used some spackle. I could have done a better job, but I didn't want a seam there because that would be the only seam on the whole wall. So, but when you come in, unless you get close, it's not that noticeable. When I go to repaint this 2-3 years from now, I'll probably put some more spackle there, sand it out, and then when I put paint over it, you won't even know it's there. And you could do a better job than I did. But I don't know, for a large wall, if I would want to go in and start filling all the butts where they come together. I don't think I would. I would just stagger them, and you'll have a little bit of a line there. All right, another question we get is, can I put faux shiplap on a crooked wall? Well, this wall is really crooked. This house is 50 years old, so we would have this plant here anyhow, but it does tend to hide that it's crooked. But let's see if I can get the camera here where you can see that this wall kind of S's as it goes down. The studs on this wall over time have warped and they kind of come out. So if you come here and you look, you're going to be able to tell. When you enter the kitchen, there's no way you can tell it's even crooked. People come in here and they go, wow, that's awesome. They're so surprised that faux shiplap can look so good as a backsplash. All right, just coming in from another angle here just to let you look at it. And you can kind of tell how the cabinets are a little bit wider, how they pop a little bit more. We have received questions and comments about not using MDF board in a bathroom with a shower or bathtub, or as a backsplash because of the moisture in the air absorbing into the MDF board and causing swelling, sort of like cardboard when it gets wet. When we installed the MDF board upstairs in our bathroom, which does have a shower, we didn't know that. We have had the 1/2-inch MDF board up there for almost 3 years now, and so far, knock on wood, it hasn't swelled. Maybe that's because we used 2 coats of primer and 2 coats of a top coat on it, and because the MDF board doesn't bow, it sits tight against the wall. I think it's pretty well sealed, and so again, knock on wood, so far it's worked out. But for peace of mind, I would say probably don't use MDF board in a bathroom with a shower tub or as a backsplash. Not to throw a monkey wrench into this, but one of our viewers recently commented, "I actually like the swelling it makes. It looks more rustic, but yet still really refined. Great job." We haven't had any issues, but you decide. Another question that we're asked quite often is, well, why did you choose Faux Shiplap for your backsplash in the first place? Well, there's 2 reasons. One is we had to replace our countertops. And to remove the old countertops, it meant breaking tiles. So we knew we were going to have to replace the backsplash. You know, we were having trouble deciding what to go with. So we thought, well, okay, let's use Faux Shiplap. I think we're going to like it. The thought was it's not very expensive. If we're not happy with it, over time we can just remove it and use something else. So, and the other reason is, you know, when we pulled the tiles off, the wall looked terrible. And we didn't want to spend a lot of time re-drywalling. So we just basically, I didn't even put much spackle on. Just if there was a big hole, I would cover the hole. Otherwise, we just painted the wall and then we could put the shiplap up over it. I want to leave you with this tip. So in addition to choosing quality paint, after you paint your backsplash area, be sure you shield it with something. Cover it with plastic, something for a few days. Just allow that paint to fully cure. It can actually take a week or 2 for that. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Silver Lining Daydreams, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye now.
Here we go. Right?
Yeah.
Here we go. Woohoo!